Hey guys, it's Danielle from Banning Lane, and I am here with this week's In Your Pocket video. Now, as you can see, I have my photos printed out, and I have a really good idea of what I'm going to do with my spread for this week. I didn't have a ton of photos to work with. I just didn't take a ton of pictures. So what I decided to do was just focus on one event that happened this week, and the fair came into town, so that was a really good story to document because that only happens once a year. The kit that I'm going to be working with is my Felicity Jane Maggie kit. Now, I just like this kit in general, and I thought the colors went really good with the stories that I wanted to tell, but another thing that kind of drew me to this kit was the little touches of blue that were spread throughout it. The inspiration for this week had a ton of blue in it, and so that was kind of on my mind as I was picking cards, and these cards went well with my story, went well with the inspiration piece, so I am just rolling with it. So as I'm picking my cards here, I'm keeping in mind that I do want to write some words, so I need to find a card that I can write some words on, and then I also wanted to pick cards that had that blue in it, and I really loved that card with the heart on it just because it went well with the story, it went well with the inspiration piece, and the other cards just worked for the things that I needed to put on them. So the first thing I'm going to do is work on my title card. I am just using a One Little Bird stamp that I got from Studio Calico, and then my date stamp, and I'm getting that information stamped down and on this card, and then you can see that I'm doing that on a white piece of cardstock that I cut down a little bit smaller than 3x4, and I'm gonna put that on a 3x4 orange card, and I just love the way that turned out. That orange card is orange is one of my favorite colors, and so that card had little dots on it or little circles, and it was just super cute. So I was happy with that. This next card, I know I'm going to be writing down that we had just went to the fair and that it was fun, just some of the fun things that we did at the fair. And so I thought this stamp that said fun was perfect for this story. And I'm still just using the same black ink that I used on my title card. I had considered pulling out some fun colors of inks, and I couldn't do it. I normally just stamp in black, and I'm just intimidated by color when it comes to stamping, but I think that I need to try to be a little bit more brave when it comes to that. I think a fun teal color, or I should say like of that lighter blue or orange would have been a good ink choice to pick for that as well. So now you can see here that I have all of my cards sort of done and in place, and I'm just considering how I want to embellish this side of my spread. I decided that maybe I wanted to bring this tag in, and it's kind of the perfect size to fit in a 3x4 pocket. And so I just trimmed down that heart card, and I like the way that looks layered upon that tag. I did have that cork arrow that I thought about bringing in, but I didn't totally love it, but I liked the look of the cork, and I knew that I had some cork hearts, so I pulled those out, and I'm just going to layer a cork heart on top of that heart card that I already decided to use. And then this side of my layout is pretty much done. Now I wanted to address that photo that has the 4 photos of the animals. I used a Tracy Larson template to create that, and I will link to her shop down below. I have a lot of her templates, and it just makes combining photos together really easy when you use a template like that. So I will definitely link to her shop down below. So as you can see, I'm working now on the right hand side of my spread, and I have this photo of my husband and my daughter that's super cute. I love it. And this wood veneer that says you and me just goes perfect with this photo. But I knew I wanted to bring more blue to this side of my spread, especially since that is what I was inspired by when I looked at the inspiration piece. And so what I decided might be fun is to take some of this blue and white striped paper and sort of back the holes in this wood veneer piece. So the inside of the O and the 2 little spaces inside of the ampersand, I decided to back those pieces with this striped paper, and I really like the way that looks. And so of course, my tape runner runs out. It always happens at the worst times, but I get that taken care of, and then I just move on with completing those little spaces. I wasn't sure that I was going to love it, so I did the O first, and then I kind of put it up on my photo, and I liked the way that looked, and so I finished filling in the ampersand holes. You can see that I'm just kind of eyeballing it and cutting more off if I need to, and eyeballing it again, and making sure that it works. So I really like the way that looks, and I decided to just get that wood veneer piece glued down. I eyeball it to make sure that it's somewhat centered, but I'm not too worried about that completely. And I liked that, but I wanted to add a little bit more to this side of my spread, and I didn't quite know how to do that. And in my kit, it came with some rubber charms, and one of them was this ampersand. And even though I already backed that ampersand with some of that blue striped paper, I decided that I kind of like the way this rubber ampersand looked on top of the wood veneer, and so I decided to just go with that choice. And I used some Scotch quick dry adhesive to get that glued down, and I really like the way that looks. I think it looks super cute. And after that, I pretty much just called this spread done. So before I end this video, I really did want to just inform everybody real quick that this will actually be my last video with the Crafty Maven Getaway. I have enjoyed my time here, and I've had such a joy working with the other ladies, and I can't wait to continue to watch this channel and watch it grow, and I can't wait to see all the creative projects that come from this channel. And I just wanted to thank you all for your support, and thank you for being so kind, and I guess I will see you later. All right, guys, bye-bye.